Hey guys, so back in the summer of 2025, this French website implemented the strategy, as you can see, just implemented right over here, of adding backlinks or creating backlinks to routes to their site. And gradually their traffic grew, pretty much exponentially throughout the past year. And I don't want to dox them, but basically, if we look at the domain ranking of the links or the domains that these backlinks are coming from, well, we can skip this one, but we have, for example, 54, we have 71, we have 55, we have 64, we have 22, another 55, another 42, another 41, basically all pointing to this one site that now has over 550 backlinks. And as you can see, the site is ranking for France and for these like French speaking countries. So the strategy might be a little bit more simpler for them, but you can still implement the site if you're targeting like an English market. And in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can leverage Claude Code to help you create backlinks. I actually have a wonderful prompt that basically all you have to do is kind of plug and play. But honestly, the whole concept here is to, find one of these sites. We can find, for example, this one. This is one of the pages that kind of sends you to their main page. This is where one of the backlinks are coming from. So Cosmetique Total. We have this one, for example, My Miracle Beauty. The whole strategy here is to look for sites like these and contact them in order for them to kind of put your link in their site. And if you look at, backlink builders, agencies that help you do this, you'll find that, they'll help you look for DR 40 to 70 on Ahrefs, minimum 1,000 organic visits a month, and obviously niche relevant. So in our Claude Code prompt, this markdown file that I've prepared for you, again, comment prompt if you want to have that, takes this into consideration, helps you do the research based on your website, gives you a list of those different brands that you can reach out to and eventually gain these backlinks. And for today's video, I'm going to be using this site, like pretending to be my site, tacomabeast.com. It basically sells like different accessories and parts for Toyota Tacomas. And I can plug and play this prompt and say, this is my site, submit this. And it basically says, okay, my niche is Toyota Tacoma aftermarket, off-road, overloading, truck accessories, going to run search operators across the relevant variants in parallel. So for the first wave, it got around 20 candidates. All right, and we get 10 different sites that we can use over here. And the problem is that it says that the DR, the domain rating isn't verified. So what we can do is we can manually get this URL and then we can paste it here into Ahrefs and see, okay, this one has 52, which is pretty good, right? We have this 52 DR. We can try, for example, this one. This one has 67, which is even better. A little bit more traffic, so it might be harder to kind of, get a backlink from them. But for example, they get around like 2,000 a day, which is pretty good. They're not too big. I can copy this link and check out their site. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's a lot of like off-roading. It seems to be like a magazine. Maybe we can find something in FAQ. So advertising questions, please visit our advertise and market page. So it says place your brand and products in front of the largest audience. And then again, over here, they have like this little form where you can kind of inquire about that. They'll send you a media kit as to what you can do. So it says coordinate with Expedition Portal on the web, Overland Journal in print and digital. And we can check this one, for example, Trails Off-Road, and paste in their URL. They have 52, also good traffic. And based on Claude Code, it says that they have this page right for us. So let's check that out. And they do have it. So right for us, Scout Root Contributor. Okay, so this is like a position. You don't really want that. But you can go like, for example, under media and contact media for press inquiries, interviews, podcast appearance, or you can contact them. It says partner with us. And then we can say something like create a message draft for each one. And so, for example, you can see, hi team, I run blah, blah, blah at Tacoma Beast. We've been outfitting Toyota Tacomas with overland gear since this year. I've got 2 pictures that I think fit field tested cleanly. So a long haul gear review or a vehicle profile of Tacoma build. And what's great is that a brand like, for example, Tacoma Beast, they actually have like a massive YouTube presence. They have a bunch of videos that kind of explain these different topics. We can get like a keyword like a long haul gear review, and we can paste that in here and send this. And so, for example, this is a great video, and we can copy this URL and we can go into arvow.com. And with arvow.com, you can basically go to one of your campaigns and you can generate blog posts from a YouTube video, paste in that URL, and you can click on generate article. And then basically Arvow creates an entire blog post for you based on that YouTube video. You can like select specific things like this, for example, and then add links like external links. Click on add all, for example, boom, we have our external links. And then we can download this article, download it as an HTML file, and then you can paste in that zip folder in here and then say like add this context to the first message. And so that provides the draft a little bit more technicality as to what you can write about. And you can basically copy this draft and send it to that person or to that website. And now going back to Arvow, under the growth tab, we have this backlink exchange. And it's pretty cool because you can basically create an exchange, and we can name this, for example, like Tacoma Beast. We can add that URL, click on create. And basically what this does is that this network generates one backlink for you every single 8 hours. Backlinks are placed automatically as other users publish relevant articles. And just to show you how this kind of works out, this is, for example, using arvow.com, and you can see that's already created 3. You can choose the ones that you like. You can delete the ones that you don't like. We can, for example, click on this URL. And then, for example, at the bottom of this blog post, we have this who specialize in storm damage prevention through online searches. So you click on online searches and it takes you to this blog post that was created by arvow.com. Same with this page, we can click on this. We have this new blog post and we can kind of search for the different, external links over here. And these are not it, but we can, for example, but this is just another way of building out those backlinks, plus also having those features to kind of generate those full articles for you that can be created just from like YouTube videos, for example. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And again, if you want that prompt that I used from before, just comment prompt and I'll send it to you somehow. But anyways, guys, see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.